When it comes to local, Wyalong Dam is about as local as it gets for me. It's about a half an hour's drive from my place and is located out the Bacabo Desert in the scenic Rim region. Construction of the dam was finished in 2011, and just 25 days after completion we had a massive rain event which saw the dam spilling within 24 hours. If you get the chance to check out how big this dam actually is and take into account that it was predicted to take over a decade to fill, it's so bloody crazy that it happened that quick. The Logan and Albert Fish Stocking Association has been stocking the dam since 2014 and started off stocking the catchment all the way back in 1998. Since its inception, LAFMA has spent $500,000 on stocking the region and to date has put nearly 100,000 Mary River cod and over 150,000 Australian bass into Wyalong Dam. The downside to stocking native fish into this dam is the pre-existing populations of European carp and tilapia that were already present in the creek. Both of these are introduced noxious pests that compete with our natives. There's two carp right there, straight off the end of the ramp. These invasive species thrived in their newly flooded home and populations exploded. The challenge then began to try and control their numbers, but the reality of ever making a noticeable dent in the population with rod and reel is near impossible. This negative can be a positive if you're into sight fishing for these challenging targets with fly fishing gear, in a classic form of spot and stalk fishing that makes this fishery a destination worthy of a journey for any fly fishing purists out there. G'day guys, Liam Fitzpatrick here. Back out in the tinny, first time out in the tinny in ages. Just out at Wyalong Dam, just chasing carp, might have a try for a bass or two. Carp's the main thing. I got clear blue skies, no clouds, no wind. Like the dam is clear as. It's gonna be awesome. Spotting carp as soon as I hit the ramp, so. Yeah, I got the fly rod, I got a little spin rod in case I want to throw some plastics at them. It's good to be out. Electric motor was just doing a few funny little beepity beeps. I got to power up that sounder and see if she's going to work. Kicked the motor over at home the other day to make sure that was still good, so she's good. But yeah, hopefully we have no electrical issues and get amongst it. So good to be back out. And we've got no sounder. There we go. You can't let boats sit idle for too long. I don't really need the sonar going at the moment. Be interesting to know if there's any bass hanging out in the basin here, but we're just going to a bank. Get that fly rod out. I think it's going to be too hard to find a carp. Alright, gonna start out with the fly rod. Just a little cheapo 5/6 weight, cheapo reel, good quality floating line, scientific angler line, and just throwing that little hybrid number 4, little hybrid worm. Just a tiny little creaturey, fluffy, red tail wormy looking. I don't really know what it's called, but I know how it works and it catches fish. This is it. There's a slight breeze, man, but it's nothing. It's pretty much coming from the west down, follows the dam down. Hit any of these banks out of the way, it's just gonna be primo. Already spotted carp. There's carp everywhere. It's gonna be sick. Let's catch one. So get all that line out and wet. Get any creases, wrinkles, twists out of it. We'll deal with them when they come. It's fly fishing. Get used to tangles. Barefoot too. Feel that line under your feet. If you're standing on something, you know what's going on. Electric, nice and quiet. Don't drive over your fly line. Keep that rod tip back. That's a hot tip, because you don't want to be putting $150, $180, $200 fly line through your bloody electric. That will suck. The fish I saw earlier were deeper. They weren't right up in that 1 foot, 2 foot sort of range. They were more this 3 foot, 4 foot stuff. Oh, there's one. I caught his red tail. He's going away from me, I think. Now the problem with that is I put a cast in where I can't really see. Yup. Yes. I did a little strip and I saw him turn and go back on it. Saw those lips go. He's not big, but that's a start. How cool is that? Man, anyone that says carp on fly, like, sucks, they're kidding themselves. How cool is that? There'll be more coming along. I want to get the big ones. That every carp out's a good carp out. Oh, so cool. I'm only running, it's a tapered leader, goes down to 8 pound tippet. More than enough for this guy, but during those LAFMA pest fish eradication comps we've done, we've weighed fish up over 90 centimeters, and I think last year I was there, we weighed one that was 9 odd kilo, and in the past they've weighed fish well over 10 kilo. Oh, look at the fish. There's fish following this guy. All right, time to come in, buddy. Oh, there's fish everywhere. They go hard too. They go hard. Had the net prepared. We kind of knew we were in for a fish. Once they come up, they look way bigger than they did in the water. There you go. On the board. Took all of about 5 minutes. He didn't look that big in the water, but he's got a bit of weight once you get him out. There we go, number 1. That's so cool. Just spot and stalk fishing, man. It's crazy cool. We're gonna get a few more of these, I reckon. Got glamour conditions. Yeah, oh, it's so good. I'm looking forward to this session. Now, even though carp are noxious and you got to kill them, get them out of the system, you can still treat them humanely. Just use a brain spike straight through the head, put them out of their misery, keep them in the live well. We've got fish dump bins or fish waste bins up at the ramp. Put all your fish in. You can't translocate, can't remove them. If you were fishing on the bank, you didn't have a bin, you could bury the fish. You just can't throw them back in the water, can't leave them near the water's edge. Best to just get them out of here, get them up in the bins and be done with it. No, I spooked him. So like, what the hell is he feeding on? If I can figure out what they're eating doing that, man, how cool will topwater bite be? I looked at that fly then, they didn't want it. There's a little pack of them in there. What are they eating? Like, what are they eating when they're doing that? Rushed in. He's a better fish too. Why'd I do that? I was going slow. I'm like, I just get silly boy. Starting to hurt my eyes. I'm bloody looking so hard. Oh,
How did I rip that out of his mouth? He charged over and ate it. Trouted it too much. Should have strip struck. Oh, dude, he wanted it. Bugger off, clouds. Oh, I saw his lips go and I cooked it. Damn it. Oh, that's threefer. What am I doing wrong? Rushing to eat? Like, to be fair, there's a bit of chop there, and the viz is not as good as it was, but seeing those lips go. What's that breeze doing getting up? Bugger off. Oh, that's better. This guy was going sick on the end of that snag. He was chasing bait fish and like full zoned in on what he was doing. Got a cast, he come over. I didn't see the lips go and I stripped and didn't feel the weight. Stripped harder and he just come at me. Geez, from the first to the second it took a while. Dude, they so don't look that big when you put a shot at them, eh? He's heaps bigger when he comes up. It's like your average good size one, that. Getting tired there, buddy? That's a better fish, that one. Oh! I wigged out. I'm pushing buttons with the remote in my pocket. Whoa! That's a fat carp, man. That's a proper carp. Yeah, that's a proper one, that one. Whoa, that's a big carp. Holy hell, that's a big carp. That is a big carp on fly gear. There's no real major, like, oh, he's gonna do me, he's going, like, yeah, they can swim around trees if you're not careful, swim through the thick stuff. But keep tension on them, keep that rod bent. Yeah, you tend to win most battles with these big things. But that is a big carp. Noxious pest, introduced into Australian waters, does a heap of damage. This dam is chock-a-block full of them. Not as bad as the tilapia, I reckon. Tilapia are in way more plague proportion numbers. They're the ones that are going to be destroying all the little fingerlings, everything that we stock in here. Like, these guys eat stuff, but I think they're going to do as much damage as what those tilapia are. But all the pest fish, we get them out, humanely dispatch them, and yeah, enjoy the fun while you can. Golden ghosts, man. Sick. That is one big mud sucker. I should put that on the mat. I reckon that's probably one of the longest I've caught, probably the biggest. Oh, that thing I got at Scrubby was pretty big, but that's a big carp, man. Look at that tail wrist. 67. That's a big carp. There's a fat, big carp. I'm gonna brain spike it. Stick it in the well. Keep on fishing. I need that sun over my shoulder. I need to get around this corner. hard. You don't want to just race past in case there's a giant that's easily visible, but I need the viz. Man, he's coming cruising along too, man. They're flying along this bank. What are you doing to me? Oh, there's another good one coming down. But they're just fanging it. Like, why are you swimming so fast? They're just charging down the bank. Something's going on. They need to be somewhere fast and they're just going. All right, making a move. Those fish back there, they were just, I don't know, they were in a hurry to be somewhere. Didn't want to bar or anything, I threw at them. I got that new bait tied on. It's that little olive damsel looking little crazy cool thing from Andy Bolch. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just gonna move up here, pick a bank. Wind's blowing across and down, so I pick a bank where I can drive along it with my good dominating right hand, putting casts in. Just see what happens. 2 carp, lot of misses, but it's all good, we'll get something. Afternoon's not over yet. That wind is full swung southerly. You bastard. Oh, it's just blown out this bank now. It's covered in wind chop. That sun's not there. Yeah, we'll swap sides. Whoa, watch out. Dance floor got a bit bloody high there. Alright, make a move. Aiming to fish into that. Wow, didn't that just get wild all of a sudden? I reckon if I had to think like a fish, or if I had a fish brain, that's for you dickers, I'd say those fish for that last hour knew this big change was coming, because that wind swung, it went from westerly to southerly, like it spun on an old-fashioned circulated like copper 1 cent piece. I'd say dime, but we don't have dimes in Australia. But man, it just swung and it went hard to the south. Like, my plan was to get blown down this bank, and now it is just ripping along it. Oh, that's probably dictated what my afternoon's gonna be. I'm just gonna start heading back to the ramp, maybe pull into a few little pockets where I can, if I get some sunshine back. Fish are still gonna be doing something. They had to know that that change was coming, because they were being weird. Look at this, it turned crap real quick, eh? She's choppy as. That dead set went from like nor'wester, southeaster, like that. And there's no sun, so I don't know. It's raining. This little casting platform I got worked as a little shelter. An impromptu shelter. My legs and arse are getting wet, but top half's dry. It's gone to crap, man. That wind has kicked up, there's rain now. The clouds have moved in, they're not going away. We're heading for the ramp. We're done. Yeah, it's good fun. Alright, that's it. Dump those carp in the bin. That bin stinks. Just remember, carp are noxious, same as tilapia. Make sure you can identify them if you're going to go fishing for them or around where they are, so you're not killing natives accidentally, which has happened in the past. People bring them up to the carp comp going, what are these? And they got a little spangled perch or something. Yeah, just make sure you're aware of what's going on out there. You don't want to be hurting the natives. Definitely want to get all those pests out of the system. That's it. That's fun. Got back out on the water. Hope you enjoyed that. That's about it for me. Cheers for watching. Catch you next time.